Welcome back to my channel, guys. It's me, Irvin, with another anime movie review. This is going to be one that released in early July. It is mid-July right now, but by the time this video releases, it's going to be pretty late. At the time, right now, I'm still recording first impression videos, so I know it's going to be pretty late in August, so it is what it is. But this is going to be on The Imaginary, which released, again, I think it was July 5th. When it released. I will be doing some reviews on TikTok, so that one will definitely release a lot sooner than this video, but it is what it is. So The Imaginary is, I believe, is from the creator of the Witch Wildflowers or something like that, which came out in 2017. I think it's the same writer of the books, something like that. So he is at least a little bit popular. He knows, they know who he is, which is why he got picked up by Netflix. Netflix does that all the time. But The Imaginary is definitely a cute story. Now, I will say from the get-go, and I mentioned it in my TikTok video, if you've watched the movie, the American movie If, and then you watch this movie, there are a lot of similarities. And if I had a good editor and I had more time to edit stuff myself, I probably would make a comparison video, but I just don't have the ability right now to do all that stuff. But it's pretty much the movie If, very, very similar to it. There is obviously differences. For example, this movie does have a villain and stuff like that, but they have similarities. But anyways, before anything, guys, if you haven't done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Give some love by commenting, liking, and sharing. Do support the channel by checking out more stuff here. If you guys want to further support the channel, you guys can follow me on my social media. TikTok and Twitter are the best ones to follow me in right now. Those are the ones I'm trying to grow. So follow me in those two. I do appreciate the support that you guys show continuously. A lot of you guys just are loyal to the channel, so I do appreciate that. So okay, let's talk about the series, The Imaginary. So it's a little girl who basically has an imaginary friend, and the whole story is basically their interaction, why he was created. Basically, there's a villain who eats imaginary creatures so he can live forever, and then he starts chasing Roger, who is the imaginary friend of Amanda. And Amanda keeps telling her mom that there's a man trying to eat her imaginary friend. The mom, being an adult, says, like, it's an imaginary friend who's gonna eat him, right? And the man, he's very creepy. He's very, you can tell, like, if you were a parent, there's a lot of red flags on this man. But his imaginary friend is like the girl from The Ring. Like, that's what it looks, or like the girl from Grudge. And it's really creepy. But essentially, in all this rat race of him trying to eat her imaginary friend Roger, she gets in an accident and she gets hit by a car. And this is where it gets serious. Roger basically starts disappearing because he is an imaginary, and if there's no one to imagine him, then he's going to disappear. So she's unconscious. Now, throughout the entire series or movie, we don't know if Amanda is alive or dead. I'll let you guys see the movie to see what happens at the end. Roger essentially is trying to get back to her at whatever cost, but even when he arrives at her house, she's not there. She's gone, right? So he doesn't know what hospital she is, if she's even in the hospital. She doesn't know anything of her. Like, he can't obviously communicate with any human. So he does find an imaginary group of friends that essentially they live in a library, and this library, because it's filled with books of imagination, gives them the energy to still survive. And we see a bunch of imaginaries. They do kind of like reference imaginaries that could be from creators that you may know, and it's like Mozart's imaginary friend, and I think Shakespeare's, and stuff like that. Like, they don't they don't come out and say it's theirs, but you can tell by how they act. So yeah, it's kind of cute. And then these imaginary friends that are still alive, they essentially work during the day and go and help other kids to be part of their imaginary adventures during the day. And if you're lucky enough, and apparently it's a very rare occasion, if you're lucky enough, you become a permanent imaginary friend and you basically stay with that new kid. Now, Roger doesn't want to do that. He definitely wants to find Amanda, and he also is having to run away from this guy who's trying to eat him because he's still trying to eat Roger. And it is what it is. But he also finds out why he's created. And I'm not going to explain why, because I will say at this moment of the movie of when he found out why he was created, it hit me so hard. I did cry. I will say that I was watching it while washing dishes, and I had to stop and just cry. I don't think a lot of people are gonna find it as sad as I do, but I have enough connections to the character or enough feelings to what the character was feeling that it made me emotional. And like I said, I don't think it's an emotion that everyone shares, but it is something that at least everyone will find sad enough. But basically, his motto in the beginning of the movie, and they say it all cheerful, is we don't forget each other and we don't cry, right? And that's their motto. So we find out why they say they won't forget each other and they won't cry, right? So the ending is, it's expected almost as it gets to the end. Even how characters reacted and then they react through certain stuff happening. Roger finds the mom's imaginary friend. He's still alive. It's a dog who she calls Fridge. And we find out why she calls him Fridge eventually at the end of the movie. So there's like a lot of stuff that eventually connects that if you're a movie watcher like me, if you're I'm not a movie buff, but if you watch a lot of movies, a lot of animes, you kind of connect the dots eventually and go, oh, okay, this is where they're taking this direction too. So personally, the ending, maybe another twist would have been a little bit funner, but it was still good. It was still good. It was expected. I thought it was a cute story. The animation, pretty well done. I did watch it mostly subbed. I did start it at dub, and I didn't really like too much of the voices, so I changed to sub. So yeah, you can watch it either way. Personally, I think the dub version probably would do okay, but kid voices and dub version just kind of annoys me because most of the time I know it's an adult doing a kid voice, so it just kind of annoys me sometimes hearing it. But it is what it is. That's just me as a dub and sub viewer. So oh well. Thank you guys so much for watching this. Let me know what other movie I should be reviewing for you guys. There's a lot that I haven't seen, but I will be watching more, so I do appreciate the love and support. Thank you guys again for watching this, and like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.